Well, they're officially here. The Bengals released their uniforms for the 2021 season on Monday morning, and I got to tell you, I like them. Sometimes in life, less is more, and in this case, I think it rings true. And that doesn't mean that they didn't pay attention to details, but the fact that the Bengals simplified these uniforms, they got rid of the bulky, weird panels on the side, the stripes simplified, clear, whether it's the black jerseys with the orange stripes or the white jerseys or the orange jerseys, doesn't matter. I like what they did from a simplification standpoint. The Bengals across the chest, nice touch, simple, exactly what I was looking for in a new uniform. And then they pay homage to their past. And this is the thing that I really like. The fact that Paul Brown, his autograph is on the back collar, such a big deal. I love it. I love that touch. And some said, "Oh, put it here, put it there." The Bengals, rustled with that. I talked to Elizabeth Blackburn and asked her about it, and she said, "Look, we wanted it to be there, and we want the players to know who her great grandfather was, Paul Brown, right? At the same time, they don't want it to be right here." That's about the Bengals. And so it's a balance of both things. So I really like that. And as you could tell, I mean, they're just sleek. They're simplified. The one, I guess, knock, the numbers look a little weird. Like, I think you could have made the numbers more blocky, more traditional football-y. But what they did see, and I thought that this was another nice touch, the shading around the rounded numbers, that's paying homage to the 1980s and in those two Super Bowl runs that they made in 81 and 88. So the Bengals pay homage to their past as they look towards their future, the new stripes. I really like the thought process behind a lot of this. And when you look at them, the orange, they're going to be the alternates. The white, they're the road. And the black, they're the home. The good news is they can wear as many of these as they want. For example, the white, some are going to assume it's the color rush. No, they do not have a color rush uniform. This is strictly 3 uniforms. The orange is the alternate. And so there you go. There's a real shot there where you can have multiple different combinations, do different things. And as you could see through some of these videos, you got guys wearing different combos. The one thing I would say, outside of the numbers being what they are, not having orange pants, I know that some out there, look, they are limited to just 3 pants combos. The NFL, that's an NFL rule, doesn't allow teams to have 4 different types of pants. So that's part of it. The good news is since they don't have a color rush jersey, they can potentially do either a color rush down the line or a throwback, which makes it really interesting moving forward. But I like them. And I think that while I wouldn't give them, an A+, I don't think they're the best jerseys on the planet. Are they, 1, an upgrade from what they had? Absolutely. Are they 2, going to be identifiable? I think so. I think, to me, when you see those uniforms, especially out on the field, and you see Joe Burrow, and you see T. Higgins, and you see Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell or Kyle Pitts, or whoever the Bengals take with the 5th pick, they're going to be identifiable. And it isn't outlandish. It isn't too much. They aren't trying too hard. There are a lot of concepts out there that had multiple different stripes, and maybe there's an orange shoulder pad stripe running across, and different things like that. And those were concepts that the Bengals looked at. This was a process that took multiple years, that was well underway by the time Joe Burrow got to town. I'll tell you that much. And so it took time, and they worked with Nike and went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this is the result. I think it's a pretty good one. I think it's solid. However they play over the next decade, that's how we're going to remember these uniforms. Because I hated the idea. There were some that wanted them to bring back the 90s uniforms and just go back to the past. Do you remember the 90s? That was an awful time for the Bengals and Bengals fans. I don't want to remember those uniforms. And while I like those uniforms, I also want little pieces of those because I like the design in a new, fresh feel. And I think that's exactly what they accomplished. So A-, B+, depends on the grading scale, I guess, but I really, really like them. What do you think? Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you comment. And man, this is just the start with the draft. Less than 2 weeks away. We're about to dive into all things football, but we had to take a break from that for just a second to talk about these uniforms. Hopefully you like them. which one are you buying? A bunch of them available at Bengals.com and in the pro shop. So until next time, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching.